here's the package that I just got. It has fragile signs all over, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing for you to see what this is. But before I do the unboxing, we're going to talk about Inktober. Inktober is for the month of October. Artists will be drawing one drawing a day in black and white, inking, and that's what I do. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Walden Wong, and I'm a comic book artist, specifically an inker. I've done stuff for Marvel, DC, Image, and a lot of different companies. And I'm going to be doing Inktober, one artwork a day for the month of October, and not only that, I'm going to be doing a video a day. So just for me to practice doing video editing, because I'm not that fast. So I'm thinking that the more I do videos, the faster I'll get used to it and I can post more videos. So this first image is Thanos, right over here. Check out Thanos. Okay, that's Thanos. And I'm going to be showing you the process I do to draw this piece and ink it, and also talk about other stuff in the meantime. So without further ado, here's Thanos. So here I am, I'm just sketching out Thanos using basic shapes just to get what I want in my head out on paper. And when I'm sketching, I would just scribble a lot of lines, and the more I scribble, the more the form of the figure will come out. So right here, it's just like a bubble of the figure. And then later on, I'll tighten up the bubble when I'm happy with the initial sketch. So a lot of times I'm just sketching. I don't even know what's going to happen until there's more pencils coming up. And here, I'm happy with my initial sketch, and then I'll darken up some of the lines and tighten up some of the pencils. So here, I'm going to sketch out the Infinity Gauntlet that Thanos is going to have. I'm going to have his arm, his left arm right over there in that pose. So now I'm going to open this up, see how this turns out, see what this is. I'm going to just use my little knife and then just cut into it. I'm going to show you guys. Look at that. There is a comic board. Okay, let's see what's inside. I'm going to take this out. More foam packaging. More foam packaging. Here, and here's another box. We don't need this anymore. We don't need these. Don't need that, don't need this, don't need this. And then this is what is in the package. Can you guys guess what it is? This is pretty cool. I'm gonna open this up. Let's check out the Inktober piece so far. And here all I'm doing is just adding in all the pencil details. I'll think of areas that I need to have shadows. I think about where the light source is. I'll do hatch lines, cross hatch lines, just adding anatomy, making sure there's the form instead of just a flat drawing. And I made Thanos disintegrating in ashes. Usually in the movie, when he's snapping his finger, or any character snapping his finger, the characters just disintegrate and he snaps. Okay, back to the unboxing. So I hope you're able to watch how I draw the Inktober piece and watch me do an unboxing at the same time, so you can see my process of drawing. Sometimes it takes me a bit to get the right pose, and then when I'm happy with the pose, then I'll go and I'll start inking it. Inking and rendering and all the shadow stuff, that's the easy part for me. But when I'm drawing a figure, it takes me a little bit. It takes me a little bit more time to draw the artwork, because you know, you just gotta get the pose down. I mean, it's just like with drawing. When I'm sketching stuff, that's the most important stage. And wow, this is really well packaged. Okay, right over here. Let's get back into the drawing and see how that turns out. So after penciling everything in, I'm gonna go and start inking everything. And before I start inking the characters, I'll usually grab a repeatograph, Color technical pen, the pen that I'm using right here, and any straight edges that I need. In this case, I'm using a ruler. You'll see pennies underneath the ruler, because having those pennies down there, it just raises up the ruler and give it a bevel edge so ink doesn't seep underneath. So after inking everything that requires template usage or rulers, I'll go and use a micron. The microns that I'm using here, these are fine liners. I'll use that to ink in all the faces, whether I'm working at doing commissions or doing stuff for Marvel, DC, Image, or Dark Horse. This is the same order I go. I'll ink in all the faces first, and then I'll ink in all the fingers, and then after that I'll move on, because I think faces and hands are a really important part of the figures. After inking faces and hands, I'll grab a watercolor brush pen. This is the brush I use. This is my go-to brush. I've been using this for, I would say, maybe decades, for a decade, for a very long time. I've been using this pocket brush way before any other artist using it. I just noticed that when I started making YouTube videos, other artists started using the same brush, which is great. I'm glad people are watching my videos and learning from it. So I use this to fill in blacks. I use it to do line weights. I also use it to taper lines, hatch lines, cross hatch. I'll do all of that with this brush. It's a really nice brush that lasts for a long time, and I don't really need to take care of it as much as I would take care of like a Winsor Newton brush or a Raphael brush, where you have to shampoo it and take care of it. This one, when I'm done, I just cap it, put it away, and then I would dip it as usual. I don't fill the barrel. I don't fill the barrel with ink. I just dip it. So I'm going to continue opening up this well-packaged item, and let me show you what this is. This is really nicely packaged. I will show you. Let me see. We'll show you the first one. The first one is, let's do this one. Just open up this one. This is the award from the Inkwell Awards. This is what I've gotten from the Inkwell Awards. Thank you for this. Thank you for everyone that voted for me. I appreciate that. So let's open up the second one. Before we open up the second one, this one is for the Favorite Inker Award. Right over here. Favorite Inker Award. We'll put that right over here. And this is the second one. Let me open up this one. Why is there two of them? Open up this. Where's the opening? Oh, it's just picked up. Right over here. Here is the second one that I got. So this is for the Inkwell Awards 2020. This one's for the most adaptable, right over here. Most adaptable inker. Thank you for everyone that voted for me at the Inkwell Awards. I'm very honored, especially being nominated with all these other very talented inkers and artists that I've grown up studying. Some of those artists, they've done comic book way before I've even thought about doing comic books. So to be nominated in the same category and to actually bring the awards home, thank you very much. I'm very, very humbled. And this isn't the first award that I've gotten. Let me show you some of the other awards. So again, here's the most adaptable award. This one's the Favorite Inker Award. These two. And let me show you the others. And then we're going to continue with finishing up this Inktober piece of Thanos. Gonna taper everything. Sometimes when I'm doing the inking, I don't even follow my own pencils. I have my pencils there just to indicate what I'm gonna be drawing and inking, whatever's gonna be there. A lot of times when I'm inking my own work, I'll just draw with ink as I'm inking, and I'll add more details in there as I go. On the bottom, this is where Thanos snaps his finger. He's holding his weapon, and just like in the movies, when Thanos snaps his finger, every character kind of turns into ashes. So I'm trying to create that effect on this image. I don't think there's any artist out there has drawn Thanos snapping his own finger with the Infinity Gauntlet, and then he's evaporating into ashes himself. So I'm doing this here because I thought it would be kind of cool. So inking all the details, filling in all the dark areas in ink first, pulling in some hatch lines, taper lines, and then cross hatching the legs. And then the next step, I'm going to be grabbing a dull brush, and then I'm going to lightly tap in all the ash look just to give it that little stippling look. I'm using the brush that's like has split ends. I'm dipping into the ink and I'm filling that in, and then I use white gel pen to add dots on top of the black areas. Okay, so that's Thanos evaporating on the bottom after he snaps his finger, and here I'm using the micron. Usually, if I'm doing comic book work, I'll use a crow quill, but I'm grabbing a micron and then I'm just adding more details. When it's dry, I'm using a knead eraser. I'm erasing everything in, just to clean everything up. And then there's Thanos right here. And then after erasing, I'll see areas that would need more rendering work. And I'll go back in there and just keep rendering just to make it look cool. And then more taper lines, more hatch lines, just adding it in wherever I think that needs it. And then we'll just keep going until it's done. So here's Thanos. Sign my name. All right, so far so good with the Thanos. I'm going to start processing, doing all the taper lines, drawing the weapons. It's just something I just thought of a pose and I started working on it. Now let's get back to the awards. These are the 2 awards 2020, and let me show you some of the other awards I've gotten in the past. So this is not the first one that I've gotten. So right over here, usually I just put the awards in my garage. No one really sees it. So I put it in a little cabinet right over here. So it's a little display that I've got right over here. So I'm very lucky to have gotten all these. Let me open this up. Open this glass case up. Really heavy case. And here are all the awards that I've got. So including these 2, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And including these 2 is 9. So I'll just put these here. I'll put them in order so you can see all the ones I've gotten. This one, and this one is 2019, and then back here is 2017, 2016, 15, 14, right over here. So these are all the different years that I've gotten the awards. So the first award I've gotten for the Inkwell Awards was called the Props Award 2014, and the same year I got the Most Adaptable Inkwell Award. So right over here. And then the next year I got 1 award, the Most Adaptable 2015, and then the year after that I got another one, 2016, Most Adaptable, and then 2017, same thing, Most Adaptable Inkwell Award. Then in 2018, I didn't, I didn't get any awards that year. All these were given at a Heroes Con at Charlotte, North Carolina, where they had me fly there, and I would just go to the ceremony and make an acceptance speech. So that was very nice to have that. And then a year later, 2019, I've gotten the Favorite Inker Award. This one's blue color because this is when they switched to one convention at HeroesCon to Philadelphia Comic Con. So that was in another location. So I got those with the Favorite Inker Award as well as the Most Adaptable Inker Award. And then this year, 2020, we got the Favorite Inker Award and the Most Adaptable Award. So these are the awards that I've gotten for working in comics. I've been working in comics for quite some time now for Marvel and DC. And thank you all for voting for me. That's very humbling. I appreciate all your support. If you haven't done so, check out my website. My website is waldenwongart.com. I also have a Patreon page, so if you're interested in any of the Patreon stuff, check it out there. All my social media is waldenwongart.com, and I hope you enjoyed this video where I'm also working on the Inktober piece. So this is the first piece, Inktober, Thanos, and I plan to draw one piece every day, and I plan to have a video for you guys every day. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. So anytime I upload a new video, you'll be one of the first to see it. So this is going to be quite interesting. Drawing one piece a day, as well as editing the video, filming the video, and uploading for all you guys to see. But I hope you enjoy. So in the past, all my videos based on one topic, but now I'm gonna think about showing you just a lot of little stuff that's related to comics in my life, related to all the things that I work on. So thanks again for voting for me. Thank you for all your support. And until next time, oh, actually until tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, I'll have a new video for you. Take care. Bye-bye. Can't reach the camera.